Hi, we're heading west on Highway 4 just as we approach the town of Copperopolis. We're going to be taking Rock Creek Road. We're going to be doing a right-hand turn onto Rock Creek Road, which is a great little goat trail between Highway 4 and Highway 26. And it's also could be a loop if you wanted to just do it and go back to Highway 4 at Milton Rd. Here we are, we're entering Rock Creek Road, and we're going to be headed out towards the Salt Springs Reservoir and going to be looking at a lot of cattle country. We go by the Orvis Ranch and just a great scenery. The road is a little rough as we get on to the one lane at Rock Creek, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, we'll be coming up to a T intersection here pretty soon, which is where Rock Creek Road continues to the left, and you'll take that left-hand turn. Felix Drive goes to the right, but you want to stay left here to continue on Rock Creek Road. Okay, we can see Salt Springs Reservoir on the right, and pretty soon we'll be slowing down a little bit as we head into the campground, and then the road turns into a one-lane road right at the end of the campground entrance. I've done this road on a sport bike, and I would not necessarily recommend it. It is really bumpy, and your arms are going to be taking quite a beating in a forward position. Also, may not want to recommend having you take your lovely lady on the back of a Harley over this road. I don't think at the end of the ride she's going to really appreciate it a whole lot, but that's just a thought. Okay, we've just finished Rock Creek Road. We're coming up to the intersection of Milton Road and Rock Creek. And if you take a left here, you can head on back to Highway 4, or you can take a right and follow the signs to Stockton, to Highway 26 and Jenny Lynn Road. And I hope you enjoyed that. And this is Terrain Tracker GS signing off. Let's ride.